Families normally hold a funeral service for lost loved ones, but the options are very limited for people who die with no money and no family. 22 News I-Team reporter Tamara Sakarzik uncovered what happens to the thousands of people who die alone in Massachusetts every year.
If you die without family or money, you're considered indigent. The 22 News I-Team found out why fewer and fewer funeral directors are willing to pick up indigent bodies.
I have one gentleman here that we picked up for the Worcester police. He died 5 months ago.
Most people like to think that after they die, they'll be memorialized at a service surrounded by grieving family members, but that's not always the case for everyone. How many unclaimed bodies do you think you've picked up over the past year or so?
40 to 50.
Funeral director Peter Steffen is at the forefront of a growing problem, burying hundreds of people who die every year with no family and no money. They're referred to as unclaimed, a label for someone who dies without family or whose family waives any claim to them. Unclaimed bodies are treated as indigent, someone who died in poverty. The state reimburses funeral directors $1,100 for indigent burials, but in order to qualify for that reimbursement, they can't spend more than $3,500, which barely covers a basic burial. A family's assets are also counted against that cap.
When it comes to a death, it becomes a money issue, and the funeral directors slowly but surely are backing off, not going to do them. Now what do you do?
Our concern is the fact that it costs approximately up to $3,000 to bury a body, and if you're indigent, nobody's going to pay for that $3,000. However, if you're indigent, you would be able to be cremated for $500.
Under state law, cremation requires permission from next of kin. If a funeral director can't find the next of kin, they can either pay for the burial themselves or store the body in a refrigerated space in hopes that a family member will eventually turn up. State Senate President Harriet Chandler proposed a budget amendment last year to increase reimbursements for indigent burials and allow funeral directors to cremate unclaimed bodies under certain circumstances. But Governor Baker vetoed that measure.
We can't just turn our head, be in denial, stick our heads in the sand and say, this isn't my problem. It's all of our problem.
There were 4,500 indigent burials last year, costing Massachusetts more than $5 million. The Department of Public Safety now provides an additional $1,000 to funeral directors for indigent burials, but that money's only available if the medical examiner's office is involved. We've posted Governor Baker's position on the issue on our website, wwlp.com. I'm Tamara Sakarzik, working for you with the 22 News I-Team.